Yo, okay, hi. We're live. We're live. It is. Oh yeah. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs. It is July 24th, 2021, at 10:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a good time to be alive, you know. Weather is fair. Partly cloudy. Very sunny. A high today of 78. Low of 62. Very nice day. Very, very nice day. Yeah, global warming is fucking us all. There's flooding in Germany, flooding in China. You got newspapers coming out saying, wow, these floods are catching Germany by surprise and they don't know how to react to it. And then you have news articles like, oh, China wasn't prepared for the flooding. We need to really take a real look at how prepared China is for things. And yeah, I'm tired of the double standard. But hey, well, okay, so I'm in. I got a Klondike bar. Very cool. So I have a plan for tonight. I have a general plan. We're gonna play Minecraft, and then we're gonna look at PragerU on Twitter because I love making myself suffer. And then we're gonna play more Minecraft, and that's the general plan. But for that, ladies and gentlemen, also, a lot of you guys have been requesting a face cam, right? So, I have made a face cam. You ready for this? You ready? Super exciting moment. This is a dishwasher safe streams moment right here. Ready for this? 3? You're gonna see my god awful face, right? 3, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Absolutely crazy. I am Mark. I am Mark himself. Look at him go. I know. It's like that one scene in Scooby-Doo where it's like a 5'8" woman, like, just starts ripping off her skin, and it's like a 7'2" man who's like, "Wah! It is to say, you buffoons, you've been fucking bamboozled." Okay. Yeah, you noticed that? Damn, I thought that was hidden. This is a fucking screen and a half, oh my Christ. This stream is a fucking nightmare already. So have you guys heard of Twitch Prime? This fucking stream is a nightmare. Anyway. Ah! Okay. I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna get... Let's get... I like Fear of Dark as music, because Fear of Dark doesn't get me, it doesn't get me yelled at by Twitch, because Twitch yells at me when I play copyrighted music, and I can't do that. So we're gonna be playing Fear of Dark, okay? I feel like you opened a door in a room where I'm just gonna give you close the door in a panicked manner. Hey. Someone's gotta animate that. Like, I opened a door and someone's inside of there. It's just a rainbow room with cats just flying around. It's just blasting Just Can't Get Enough on a MIDI. And I just scream and just slam the door shut. Someone's gotta animate that. Or snip that? Sick. I'm gonna boot Minecraft. I'm very happy, I gotta say. I'm very happy with how nightmarish this stream looks already. The fucking Markiplier and the fucking cats. Alright, I've cleared the stream of all the assets that don't belong. Oh fuck, I just put Minecraft 1.16. Fuck. So I cleared the stream of all the on-screen items that you don't need. Well, so yeah, it doesn't say that it's... Yeah, it doesn't say stream will start soon anymore. Cool, that's gone. Oh god, that was visceral. I am so sorry. We're not playing vanilla yet. When 1.18 comes along, I might do a vanilla, half this world. I'll like have a second playthrough that we're doing simultaneously to kind of like switch back and forth on every few weeks. And I have been streaming for quite a few weeks, which is really weird to think about. I'm very happy with it. I'm just looking through my mod actions. I just see Obama added as blocked term. Obama removed as blocked term. Thank you. Thank you, whatever mod did that. Stream World. Oop. Snip. Still confused me that they just randomly called it Part 2. No, I think it's good. I think it's good that they called it a separate update, because it's big enough to be its own separate update. Alright. How are my frames doing? Are they on fire? No, they are not. Cool. I am not. I am having a stroke. Yes, I am. I am having a heart attack. Was just out of nowhere? No. I don't think it was out of nowhere. I think it's perfectly normal and kind of asked for. I think everyone was kind of expecting it to, go that way. Oh yeah, I got like no progress done last stream because we were like screaming about the fact that Ben Shapiro is 12 years old and still suckling on his mommy's titties. That's for that's a topic for another day, you know, isn't it? Ben Shapiro is 12 years old. Oh yeah, they're already talking about 1.19, which is super exciting. I'm actually super hyped to see what they come up with 1.19, because My god, it's gonna be so hard to top 1.18. Even just the betas are looking so fucking good. Like, they're gonna have to really do something phenomenal. Like, he would ever come that close to a woman's breast? Just his mother, dude. Just his mom. Actually, no, you're right. He's like fucking Dr. Doofenshmirtz. His parents didn't even show up to his fucking birth, and then he didn't even get breastfed. That was his first Donator. It was a, the Breastfeedinator. Realistic water update? No. No. Fuck that. I think it will be a general biome update, rather than something as ambitious as a mountain and caves update. I think if we get, like, improved swamp biome, improved mesa biomes, improved deserts, things like that, like, if they just kind of fix the mods that are, I mean, the biomes that are lacking, I think that would be a great mod. Because if they're really focusing on the the adventure aspect of Minecraft, I think fixing the shitty, you know, the shitty old biomes would be a good start. Dirt and grass update? Can you turn on live fucker reaction? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Can you get Cold Soup to DM me the live fucker reaction? Can someone get Cold Soup to do that? Yeah, someone yell at him to do that. And then I'll put on live fucker reaction. Wait, should I do live Tucker reaction or live fucker reaction? Which should I do? Which should I do? Because they're both pretty good. Oh, okay, sick. We'll do live fucker reaction. Why do I still have the face cam up? That's intentional. That's intentional. Mm-hmm. I don't have enough. Ah! Yeah, we got face cams now. Oh, thank you. Cold Soup. Save image. Live fucker. Hard drive stuff. Stream stuff. Streamlabs, image, add source, new, fucker, Carl, add source, browse, hold on. I just did a live fucker as a blank file, so it's kind of confused. .pmg, boom, there it is. Live fucker. Live fucker. There we go. Alright, sick. How's our viewership doing after that? I'm kind of curious. Yep, it's not doing too well. Alright. Tell Cold Soup to take a look. Yeah, it's gonna be 50 memes on screen. Except you see live fucker reaction, right? Cold Soup made that. Cold Soup made that. He's fucking talented as hell. But no, get Cold Soup in here to see his creation. I know, it's crazy. Fucker Carlson and Mark are in the same stream. Absolutely insane. I never knew they'd collab on this. Alright, so let's get some bone meal, because we need to chop one more tree. We need fucking paper, because we need to trade with that dipshit. So we can get more emeralds and get a new map, because I am out of iron. We could go mining, but mining is a very boring way to stream, and I don't want to make my streams boring. I want my streams to be exciting and dynamic. That's why we got the face cam up in there. I'm gonna replace Fucker's show with this on Fox News, hang on. Fucker's show. I should get a GIF of live fucker reaction, right? I should make that a GIF where he's like looking around like, huh, like all confused. Oh, look at that. I love that fucking clip of Tucker like, meh, huh? He's like a dementic old man. I mean, he's already not far off, let's be honest. He's got dementia. Dementia! I haven't had a can of tea on stream in a good while. Kinda unbased. Know what I mean? I want to move this stream, but the only problem with that is that we are so settled in already, right? We're so settled in where we live, which makes it so hard to move. Yeah, nose all stuffy. Back in my day, we pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps and used our Franklin D. Roosevelt socialist policies and a post-war economy to go to college. Fucker. Good quote. That's my favorite Fucker Carlson quote. Actually, hold on. Bonk. Ah, it didn't work. Shit. Maybe? Pray to Allah? Hallelujah? Turn that into Peter Griffin, the dementia part? Oh, no, yeah, no, Peter probably has dementia. Okay, yeah, texture pack probably doesn't work. Hey Lois, I got dementia. Hey Lois, I got dementia. Hey Lois, I got dementia. I love that muscle man meme where it's like, you know who else has dementia? You know who else has dementia? And he has like a fucking troll face. He's just repeating himself over and over. You know who else has dementia? You know who else has dementia? Something nice about the new updates is it's much easier to go through doors. I know that's such like a tiny little thing, but like you can go through doors easier. Peter, for the last time, I'm Brian. Lois is. I wasn't ready for that shift in events. I'm Brian. Lois is over there. No who else has dementia? No who else has dementia? Hey there, fucker. Thank you. Oh, it's cheaper now. Hey yo, okay, I can't trade with you. Bread. Door update? Yeah. There was a door update, no, like, it made it easier to walk through doors. I don't know what they did, but it was easier to walk through doors all of a sudden. And that was fucking sick. Door update is the best Minecraft update. God, I need to go mining, but I don't want to do a mining stream. Because mining stream would be so boring. How loud is the music compared to... Okay, music's actually pretty loud. What the hell? That's better. Okay, the music was pretty loud. Okay. Fixed. Steve just lost weight. True, dude. He's like a meter wide, you realize? Like... How is a man 3 feet wide? Like, that's not a boy, that's a man right there. He's fucking a meter wide. He's Hassan! Hold on. He's literally Hassan, hold on. Hold on. It's Hassan. Look, it's him, it's Hassan. That's absolutely crazy. I'm so proud of him. He's fucking wide. I don't know what it is, I just love how wide Hassan is. Like, I know I'm like memeing. I'm just gonna wide. I'm surprised you know quite a few famous people, although you are a Markiplier. Dude, Hassan is my fucking boyfriend. Markiplier and Hassan have really hit it off. I'm that wide, lol. You got the broad shoulders. Your shoulders are just wah. Is it just unending? You could fucking punt someone with them. You could like Wario shoulder bash someone and they die instantly. Liquid sustenance. I'm almost out of liquids. It's probably not good. I'm also running around, I'm not actually doing anything. It's probably not good either. You know who else has dementia?
Imagine intaking liquid. It's pretty badass, you should try it. You really... Yeah, I really need to move out, because sitting here is just not working. Like, it's nice out here, it's cozy out here, right? But we really need to move. This is not sustainable, because what I want to do is I want to move south, right? I want to set a base of operations right here. Right next to the tower. And then from there, we can like start making a real map. We can expand outwards. We can find like a lake or something to build around, and we can start building greenhouses. That's the plan. That's the master plan. For now, we need a lot of fucking sand. We need a lot of sand. And I intend to go get sand. Actually, I kind of want to snag some of this. That mossy cobblestone. Actually, I don't need moss. Hold on. Yeah, I can just make moss cobble. So, like... yeah. I can just construct it. Very cool, there's a bunch of sand. Snowballs. It'd be nice if I could find a desert to just kind of start stripping away, but I doubt that's gonna happen. God, strip mining's so fucking boring, but I need iron. I'm trying to like think up in my mind, okay. Are we gonna make this a boring stream? And then make up for it in a few minutes by like looking at PragerU videos? What are we gonna do? You know what? Let's sleep. We'll do a we'll do a strip mining stream, but before that, we're gonna look at some PragerU stuff, right? And look at some PragerU stuff, and then we'll do a strip mining stream. We'll have like a little half and half. Has to happen eventually. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. I love the stream right now. It just looks so beautiful. Okay. Boop. Actually, we could look at... There's a number of things we could look at. Let's start with the Liberty Hangout, right? Liberty Hangout is fucking tragic, right? That's a fucking accident that has occurred. Do strip mining first? Get that done out of the way? Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Alright, fine, we'll do... We'll do the strip mining first. The thing is, the cave that we usually strip mine at is very far away. So we're gonna have to kind of improvise. Actually, wait, yeah. We're gonna have to make a new strip mining hole, which is gonna suck. But no, we need to mine, we need iron. That's inevitable, you're right. What the hell is happening?
When you use
Asana?
you coordinate work in one place.
Oh, it's one of those like Google workstation fucking human abuse shit. Okay, so let's take a bunch of fish. Actually, fish. Alright, downwards. Is there a fucking bitcha file in here? No. There's a bitcha file somewhere. There he is. Give me a bit of a stroke. Bitch. Okay, bitch file has been taken care of. Am I intruding on a sacred place? I think I am intruding on a holy ground right now. No, I'm not committing a war crime yet. What the hell? Bombs aplenty. Oh, that's for the terrestrial artifact thing. Biome finder. It's kind of cool. Oh Christ, my what the fuck is going on with my phone? Cool. We mining. We'll get diamonds, we'll get iron, we'll get all the resources we need. Fuck. This is not an ideal situation. Not a big fan. Okay, cool. That was fun. For like a solid 13 seconds. Don't fall in again? That would suck. The pickaxe bronk because it's stupid. It's got a very small brain. Liquids. Hey, that's what we're after. That's what we looking for, boys, girls, and NBs. I don't care who the hell you are. We've made a gamer moment. There's another one of those bitch blocks.
Whether it's a last second bake sale, Taco Tuesday, or a meal for your future, it's gonna be great. With McCormick by your side for over 100 years, it's gonna be great.
Oh look, it's the bird shit block on. You can sell that shit? Guano. It's very cool. How much fucking rupees do you think we could get for it? Didn't answer the question. How many rupees can we get for it? I'm out for business here. I need money. I go to Siberia and trade it with some fucking crack addict. You'd probably get Chile, Bolivia, and Peru to fight a war over it? Oh, that's badass, actually. Might do that. Maybe I'll incorporate that into the lore of this world we're creating together. And by together, I put that in air quotes. It's more so me just kind of dicking around and you guys are along for the ride. One that forever changes the political climate of South America. Yeah. It tends to happen a lot, actually. South America just does stuff. They just be doing things. You know, when South America be doing things? Me too. No, that moment when you're like having a stroke live on stream and everyone can just kind of observe it. It's kind of nice. No, Torch, come back, aha, don't leave, you're so sexy. Kinda pog. The Chilean conflicts over guano? Yeah. It's kind of pog. Chile is kind of a funny country. I say that as a Chilean, but I also say it as someone who finds Chile rather humorous. Oh ho ho. Hey guys, you guys say pog in chat if you guys think that Chile is rather humorous. Gop? Does that mean that you don't think Chile is rather humorous? It's kind of cringe. You're cringe. Wow. Everyone point and laugh. This fucking buffoon doesn't think that Chile, the inventor of comedy, is pretty funny. Yeah, glad you accept it. Bonk. We still don't have very much iron. Chile is in fact Spanish for humorous, yes. Let's all point and laugh at Chile for existing. Guys, look, it's cool. That's wow, it's metal. That's so awesome, guys. Look at that. Wow, chat. Look, we're mining coal. Do you know what we can do with coal, chat? I sure do. You know what we can do with coal? We can put children into the factories. We can also make torches with it. That's something else we can do with coal. We're low-key laughing at one of South America's most successful countries. LOL, laugh out loud, yeah. Exactly. Glad you get it. Glad you're on board. Everyone point and laugh at Guatemala for existing. Haha, everyone look at Canada and laugh. Everyone look north. In the general direction of Canada. And just start laughing your ass off. We're finding a lot of iron. We're not finding any gold or diamond. Which is probably for the better, because frankly, I don't really care. All I really care about is iron, because we need compasses for maps. Ah, fuck. Just as I say it. Speak of the devil and he may appear. Also, I like I say low-key laughing at Chile. When we are high-key laughing at Chile, we are unironically making fun of one of South America's most successful countries. Because it's funny. You gotta be more confident. You gotta just be straight up like, yeah, we are high-key. Fuck you, I'm middle-key laughing? Damn. Wow, is that just like... is that like a... kind of like a chuckle? It's like a very mediocre laugh. You're like... Low-key's like, hey, that was funny. High-key's like fucking laughing your ass off. And then middle key's just like... Ah, that was kinda funny. Ah. Middle key is like Germany laughing at dead people. I probably shouldn't have read that out loud. I'm gonna get yelled at by Twitch. Also, it's funny when Terra talks bad about his own country. Ah ha ha. Your country is so fucking funny. I think I'm gonna merge without looking. It's a fun story. Please don't share it on stream. I don't think it's Tio. I think it's TOS. I think it is very much TOS. Let's not talk about that on stream. I do not want to get banned. Thank you. Merge without looking? Do it? No balls. Alright, check this out. Whoa, that was so cool. Dude, this car kicks ass, and I can watch Madagascar while driving. You can send it to you in DMs? I think I know what the, happened to a certain group of people between 1939 and 1945. I think I'm aware. It's like, hey, you want? It's kind of like when Margarine Gaylor-Peen went to that museum and was just kind of like, oh. Oh! Oh! I thought that's what you're talking about. It's like Germany just laughing at that. for some reason. I don't know what other dead people they'd have to laugh at. Is the music over? Yes, it is. There we go.
David, you know, we come out
Oh,
here
fuck,
from a
okay,
river to
well.
be with you, and it's like you're not even here.
No, Tara, I'm sorry for misconstruing. Oh, guys, can we get some Pog Champs and shit? Hyojin made a new video today where this guy's like in his therapist's office for like schizophrenia, and he can like see the Twitch chat, but no one else can. So he's just like listening to the fucking Pog Champs happening all around him. And he's like going fucking apeshit, and then he fucking murders the therapist. And he's like, wow guys, I think that was kinda TOS. Finnish folk song, yeah. This is Sakiava Polka. Sakiava Polka. This is a good song. Which they managed to weaponize, yeah. What do you think they did to Katyusha in German and Russia? Katyusha is like a great song. And they turned it into a war song. No, they did, no. Oh yeah, I forgot about that! The fucking radio mines! Yeah, the fucking radio mines. Yeah. That kind of reminds me of like, how the Germans on their tanks and armored vehicles employed a paste on top of the armor to make it resistant to magnetic mines, and it cost them a lot of money. But the reality is that the only people that used magnetic mines for the entirety of the war was Germany and Japan, who were allies. So, like, it never ended up actually being useful. It was just kind of, like, sad, I guess. Also, I'm probably gonna get DMCA'd for this song. Oops. I forgot about that. Well, I send you what happened in DM so you don't get TOS. Let me see if this is TOS. There's a catastrophe meeting because the flood and all. I'm talking about dead people. So one big Chancellor candidates just started giggling and laughing. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. It's not TOS at all. That's funny. That's funny OS. Here's there's Sakieva Polka on a fucking
Ghirardelli caramel squares. Elevate
accordion.
Baltimore with luscious.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy go. Wow. He's really going. Yeah, this guy's really go. Oh yeah, you guys can't see it. He's going. Just take my word for it. He's like banging. Yeah, he's bopping. Yeah, look at this guy. He's so cool. I need a cobble chest. Actually, I could make a barrel, because I have that as the thing. Alright, here's the cobble chest. And we have cactus. Big ass accordion solo over here? Yeah. Yeah. It's badass, dude. This guy's a god. Well, he's not a god. That'd be pretty cool if he was, actually. I'm so sorry I've lied. I've betrayed your expectations, telling you people this guy was a god when he in fact is not. He's but a mere mortal. Kinda disappointing. Yeah, that was badass. Look at that. That was... Wow, that was badass. There's a Sakyavan Polka Hard Rock Edition? What the hell is this? Oh. Oh. How bad? Okay, that's pretty loud. Yeah. Alright, that slaps. Of course, it's Finland. Why would there not be that? No, yeah. Yeah, this slaps. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Why did I say it's Poland? No, it's Finland. I'm a fucking dipshit. Yeah, it's Poland. Yeah, Sakyavan Polka is Polish. They brought it to space. Ah ha 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 reference to the stream of the awesome viewers. I wonder if this is even made by a Finnish guy. It's, I mean, Sakyavan Polka was in an anime, so like, that's probably what they did it from. There's a lot of people that do that. Fucking Polish classic? No, it's Sammy, yeah. 100% Polish. That's not ground anytime soon. Oh, sick. Oh, there's Katyusha, but it sounds excessively Russian. Sure, why not? Oh my god, okay. Alright, that's sick, yeah, look at that. Loud, yeah. Loud. That's like that one Kirby character that's just straight up named Loud. And when you copy its ability, you just fucking scream and it kills everything. Oh, I'm sorry, its name is Loud! That's its name. Why do I have shit all over my pants? Oh, it's just fucking sawdust. Do you know the like 1 hour Lovecraft Kirby lore video? Yes. I have watched it in its entirety. Don't even test me. I like how it hasn't rained in a while. And by rained, I mean snowed. And by snowed, I mean a fucking blizzard that's gonna make us freeze to death. Alright, that was sick. Katyusha Epic Orchestral General Grievous! Epic Russian version, what the hell? Okay, we have to listen to General Grievous theme, epic Russian version.
At the heart of every Buick SUV,
I do not want an SUV.
pay no interest for 72 months.
Please
plus
shut the hell up.
eligible Buick owners get 500 per.
Alright, this is sick actually. Yeah, this pops. Yeah, it's got the fucking choir and everything. It has him speaking Russian for some reason. I wonder if that's actually from the Russian dub of Star Wars. That'd be cool. Oh, hello. Welcome, traveler. Would you like it to be ripped off? Hello, are you the scam? Yeah. Where's the non-cringe guy? Where did he go? Is he being introverted? Where'd he go? Russian dub of Spaceballs? General tuberculosis. Where the hell did he go? Oh, is he dead? Oh, that's all very, very sad. Yeah, I think the good villager's dead. Fuck. That's really upsetting. Could be down by the lake, actually. They venture down there a lot. Yeah, I don't see him. Oh, that's so very, very sad. Unironically, though. I don't care. Skip. Mandalorian Mongolian cover. This is cool. I really don't want to trade with the scam villagers. It's so upsetting. Mongolian throat singing is a canonic style of musical. I know. Woodland Explorer map. Oh. Oh, it's the British Grenadiers song. It's funny. Now you have to think about how a YouTuber described Doom music. Oh, sick. Doom music is basically just fucking good. That's all you have to describe it as, okay? I wanna try something. Wait, no, actually, no, that's a bad idea. I was gonna make a well. Right? Which basically just kinda makes an infinite water source. But, like, I have this strange feeling that it's not gonna work with purified water. So it was like rock without guitar, but pitched Mongolian throat singing. The video review he made about Doom Eternal. I haven't played Doom Eternal yet, dude. I need to fucking play. I own the game. I need to fucking play it. I'm fucking dipshit, so I haven't yet. Alright. I'm bored. Let's, let's do the fun part of the stream. Alright, cool. Fun part of the stream is beginning in a minute. Cool. I don't know why there's so many people here just for this. This is pretty boring. You guys on Doom lore? No, Doom lore is just bullshit. It's not. It's just fucking insane shit. All right. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Oh fuck. Cool. Liberty Hangout, okay? This is where it's the static is back? Fuck. Oh, it is. Hold on. Filters. Nice gate. Is this better? Alright, cool. Let me know if it's better. Because if the static is happening, I'm gonna fucking. Kinda there, but. Alright, hold on. How's that? When I talk, do you hear the staticness in it or no? Because if the static's there, I'm gonna fucking okay, it's better? Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I think I can, remove the noise gate now. Oh, it looks like it's back, isn't it? Fuck. Hey! We fixed it. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna move the mic over here. I'm not gonna... Is it better? Or is it bad? Let me know how bad it is. Can you hear it when I talk? Because if you can hear it when I talk, that's bad. It's good like this? Hold on. I'm gonna fucking go hear what my mic is hearing. Oh, it feels so weird to hear my own voice echo into my own ears. Oh my Christ. I don't hear any static though. How's static now? Is there still static or nah? Because if there is, I'm gonna fucking cry. It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Okay, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. There we go. Here, I'm just adjusting the stream real quick. You just got sand into your eye? I think that's called dust. Sorry to break it to you. Cool, okay. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, cool. Streaming. Alright, no, let's have fun being right back. Okay, so I welcome you all to the shit pit where ideas and logic goes to die. A Liberty Hangout. Alright, let's get music.
food could help your best friend. And so did we. That's
Food.
how Hills always start.
There we go. Now we got... This is the music we need, okay. We're in the... This is Liberty Hangout, right? Liberty. Promoting the message of peace, prosperity, and property rights since 2015. They have a website that checks your browser before you enter for some reason. Because, you know, she's a disgraceful libertarian party liberal and lefty liberals like yourself. Yeah. Click here to get the best. Okay, hold on. The official home of Caitlyn. Oh, yeah, the dwarf. I probably shouldn't be calling her that. That's probably offensive. Store. This is an ad. This isn't even their own store. This isn't even their own store either. Wait. Is that straight up their store? Their store is straight up just ads for... Yeah. Yeah, that's their store. Alright, that was a waste of time. So the official home of Caitlyn, I like it, okay. I like how crusty this JPEG is. Look how crusty the JPEG is. It's so crusty. Anyways. Perfect sound. They sell guitars. Why do? That's the most. Liberal student calls Caitlyn Bennett black security guards monkeys. No, they call her and her fucking gang a bunch of fucking apes because she is the queen of apes. And everyone, no matter who you are, if you follow Caitlyn Bennett and you like bodyguard her, you're a fucking ape, okay? It's not supposed to be racist. It's just Caitlyn Bennett. James Charles says Caitlyn Bennett deserved to be assaulted at Ohio University. Okay, first of all, these thumbnails aren't even aligned with the story properly. But second of all, yeah, she kind of did. No, don't do this. Scaring the library. Come and take. Gay liberals threaten to run over conservative reporter at Pride Festival. Bernie Sanders campaign assaults female conservative reporter. Oh no, he touched her. Wow. Suspects who attacked conservatives at Buttigieg rally identified. Police seeking arrest warrants. Liberal travels to Caitlyn Bennett's hometown to tweet photo of his middle finger. Why do they have like a photo of her like, yeah, so strong. 1 year ago today? That was 2 years ago. God, that's just such a fucking depressing JPEG. Ah, that's so fucking awful. Liberty Hangout is a tumor on this planet? It's one of many. Oh no, watch out for them gay liberals. Oh no, they might be threatening our sanctitude of marriage or something. Okay, we got booted from... Anyways, I'm gonna show you more of their fucking plight. I'm gonna show you how much of a fucking plight they are. Straight up just from their Twitter account. It's like World War II all over again. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they tweeted this, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, here's a banger tweet. Without a belief in God, it's impossible to have a concrete definition of what it means to be human, and therefore have any human ethics. A human is not merely an animal, but is also rational. On top of that, a human is also an immortal soul, a unification of body and spirit. Okay. That's just Catholic dribble, so I'm not gonna try to, you know. If a human is spent only by his body, its instincts and rationality, then that would mean anyone who cannot express rationality, children, elderly, disabled, those in comas, would not be human. This opens up the door to a world of abuses. We must have souls to be considered. Okay, no. Okay? That's bullshit. Children have instincts and rationality. Elderly people, disabled people, those in comas are still humans that have instincts and rationality. You're fucking insane. There's a child is still a human. Those gay liberals, you mean demonic communist Biden loving atheist? God, I wish Biden was a communist who was gonna reallocate the wealth. Those filthy, godless, atheist, communist, Muslim, liberal, gay, communist, and Nazi, socialist, commies. I can't say that word. That word's actually TOS. I probably shouldn't be saying the National Socialist word. Bitch, I was a fucking self-aware when I was 6. Yeah, okay, you have that one moment, like, when you look back in your memories, where you, like, woke up, like, your brain started developing memories. I've talked to my friends about this, right? My first memory is being in Sears, right? And walking around with my dad and looking at, like, we walked in from the back entrance because my dad is getting a new tire. And so, like, there was the fucking Michelin Man up there. And then we walked through like the lawnmowers. I can remember vividly walking through Sears, and that's my first memory. I think I was like 3 or 4. Yeah, you told me about your first memory when you were 3 and just thinking this is bullshit. Yeah, I'll check out that guy soon. Without God, we are just meaningless chunks of matter? No. But, okay. But this isn't what we're trying to get to. It's obviously a Soros-funded operation to convince any liberal who might have doubts about modern progressivism that libertarianism is a code for fascist. Yes. Breaking Portland Antifa. Fuck colonizers and their gods. Based. Dr. Fauci should have his own show. God, I hate liberals. These are just liberals arguing with liberals. I hate it. RIP? Okay, that's just racist. Homosexual priests? Okay, that's homophobic. Why do libs trust a vaccine that Trump made? Because, I don't know, liberals are fucking goons that just go along with anything. Jesus was a brown communist hippie. Okay? That's inherent. Jesus was a socialist, yes. Destroying churches, based. She fucking ruins the name for liberals, both the cringe right libertarians and the left libertarians like you. Yeah, listen. Most liberals are cringe. Okay, I'm just saying it. Most liberals are cringe. Time to bash some fash virtually. Yes, based. Okay. Why are they retweeting this? This is like showing that the reality of the situation is really depressing. But like the book that we wrote it in, we made history look better. Why did you retweet that? That just makes you look bad. But no, the one I'm looking for isn't... Oh yeah, this is the shit I'm looking for. I'm less concerned with the...
I'm not gonna read this out loud because I'm gonna get TOS to fuck. I'm just gonna leave this on screen. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. $600,000 COVID deaths, Caitlin. It's a lot of people. Going for throttle. I want to turn Liberty Hangout into a communist Twitter account. Dude, I don't even want them to be on our side. They're just so fucking cringe that they're gonna make communists look bad. Like, if you get Liberty Hangout on your side, they're gonna make you look bad. That's the unfortunate reality of it, right? There's no, like... There's no good solution for this. She's not even a weapon we can unleash. I want to unleash the wrath of all not quite anarcho-communism, but anarcho-communism's cringe, but yes, libertarian communists are fine. Libcoms? Great, I like them, they're cool. I mean, coup their account and take over it? Oh, that'd be sick. No, that'd actually be sick. Fourth movement is cool. Anyone noticed the same conservatives who were religious? They pushed Parler and other alternate platforms. Oh yeah, the Freedom Phone! Oh, I don't think you people know what the Freedom Phone is. Alright, this is the Freedom Phone. Right? So there's a bunch of fucking dipshits, right? Came along and like made the Freedom Phone. And it was supposed to be like a free speech, privacy first phone for true American patriots, right? Who the fuck taught the fascists to make smartphones? It's made in China. Need a word with them? Yeah, listen. Fascists aren't supposed to be educated. they're developing. Oh Christ. Maybe History Channel was right. The fascists are fucking insane with technology. They're buying cheap Chinese phones in bulk and putting their skin on it. Yeah, they just made an OS. They just put Brave. I'm so fucking... Dude, I'm so fucking screaming. They have Brave. Their OS has instantly been fucking destroyed because they have a gamer browser as their fucking basic internet browser. They also have DuckDuckGo, but they have fucking Brave. Oh, that's so cringe. Oh, I hate gamer aesthetics so much. You have no idea. Yeah, this is how I feel right now. Anyone notice the same? Yeah, okay. So what I really want to find is the Liberty Hangout American monarchist tweets talking about religious vaccinations, pushing for the vaccine. I don't know, maybe it's because like all of Fox News says it's horrible, but then they all go and get the vaccine and have a fucking vaccine passport rule in their own offices. Fucker Carlson even has the vaccine. Do you hate your mic? The stupid aesthetics? I do hate my mic, yes.
Your mother said the vaccine is not tested enough. You're getting it anyways? Based. My sister wouldn't get it for a while, but she ended up going through and getting it. With the new Delta variant, we're probably gonna need to get another booster, but that's fine. At least we're getting through this. A billion compensate trillions for normal people. Okay, this is the one place where, like, these cringe-ass neckbeard American monarchists are actually, like, somewhat based with their, like, socialist takes. Where they're like, yeah, the rich people fucking suck. It is FDA approved. Delta is limited edition. Get it now? Wow, that's fucking crazy. If you're a Christian, kick her out. Yeah, basically they're cringe motherfuckers. The Roman, yeah, they're. I can't even see their fucking cringe tweets where they're like. Alright, let's see. Oh, left flank veterans. These people are based. Okay, these people, they're an operative of 9/11 veterans, right? Like post 9/11 wars. And they're all communists. And they believe in, like, just completely rehauling military industrial foundation. It's great. No, they're great. Follow them. Give them a follow. They're fucking great. Private company, bro? Bird app. Should America break up? Yes. Yeah, because they want Florida to be its own fucking Catholic theocracy with Donald Trump as the king. Yeah. This is a real tweet, by the way. This isn't like... He does look like a Burger King. Yeah, no, they genuinely believe that Trump should be like the monarchistic king of Burger King. I'm not Burger King. Of America. God fucking damn it, okay. I think we've had enough of, the master of shitting herself. Yes, Caitlyn Bennett shat herself, by the way. I'm not gonna post it on stream, but there's a picture of her in a fucking college frat room, like, lying on the floor, face down, like, A-post, and there's just shit everywhere coming out of her ass. Okay, this is the real deal, right? This is the fucking, real deal. Now, if you're gonna follow anything, follow the Gravel Institute. The Gravel Institute is the left-wing version of Prager University. And basically, they were created specifically to combat PragerU. And they're doing a great fucking job. What they do, Gravel University, is they take leftist talking points and they organize it into an easily accessible, you know, just easily watchable video. Like, and they're super cheap, super short. Like, watch this. Gravel Institute. Let's watch a video of them on YouTube. Gravel Institute. These people are great. They have like 1 minute short videos. And they're all bangers.
To my communication skills and kind of grow in other
Nice
ways.
color clash? Yeah. It's a great color clash. They're like opposing parties.
Did you know that Monopoly was designed to teach people about the evils of capitalism? Left-wing activist Lizzie Magie patented the landlord's game in 1904. It had two sets of rules: the monopolist rules, which worked like the game we know today, and the prosperity rules, where every player got a piece of money from rent, not just the person who owns it. The point was to play both versions to learn how all members of society could prosper with a more equal system, instead of one greedy person hoarding all the wealth and leaving everyone else bankrupt. Parker Brothers bought Maggie's patent for just $500. Maggie hoped they'd spread her anti-capitalist message. Instead, they spread only the monopolist message that stockpiling money is somehow a good thing. So the next time you hand over your remaining Monopoly bucks to your buddy with a hotel on Park Place, remember, capitalist greed only helps the few on top and leaves everyone else behind.
Like, that's great. It's short, it's snappy, it looks good, it grabs your attention. It's great. It's great. It's great. Subscribe, follow them. They're great. Now, Prager University, they did it first. They make right-wing, heavily conservative content that is basically there to do two things. Well, actually, more than two things. I'll sum it up in three things. Firstly, Gravel Institute exists to appeal to pre-existent conservatives and reaffirm their ideals. And basically just kind of tell them, yeah, you're right, and encourage them to stay with these ideals that they have held for, in a lot of cases, their entire lives. The second appeal and reason for them to exist is, again, like Gravel Institute, is that they're snappy, quick videos where they're very easily accessible and very, very influential. Like, they can spin your opinion very easily. And if you're not paying attention, and if you're not, like, really looking out for it being a shitty thing that's gonna, like, kind of persuade your political ideologies very silently, kind of in the back of your mind, it's going to bring a lot of younger people who are raised in a much more conservative family, but don't really consider themselves conservative. It will slowly kind of pull them over to the right. But the third reason for Prager to exist, and it goes along with their short, snappy style to their videos, they're short, snappy, straight to the point, easily accessible, is that they make a new program called Prep. And what Prep is Prep does basically school shit, right? So they make videos, and they make, like, classwork for homeschooling and for normal schools to adopt into their curriculum. And again, with their videos being very easily accessible, pretty to look at, easy to follow, it's very good at convincing children with what they say in almost every single one of their videos. It's common sense. Hey Hattie, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome. We're talking about right-wing propaganda. Prep thinks Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher. Yes, they say in Prep, Margaret Thatcher. Okay, so on their website, every time you watch a video, in its description, you can take a quiz on it. You can take a test on it. And a lot of it is right-wing agitprop. And a lot of it is blatantly just wrong and cherry-picked data in their videos. It's disgusting. A lot of times in their videos about history, again, cherry-picking events, cherry-picking aspects of history, as well as
you know, trying to spin a narrative when the reality is much different. So we're going to be going through some PragerU posts, and we're going to be talking about it, and we're going to be talking about why this is dangerous and why this is wrong. So here's a video. This is they always pin like their newest big video, right? Ronald Reagan can be summarized by an absolute banger called "We Got a Bigger Problem Now" by Dead Kennedys. Yeah, I agree. That's a good song. I can't play it here because I'll get DMCA'd. The role of a prosecutor. They always put their like newest big video in their pinned tweets. This is their like new big one. The role of a prosecutor is to pursue justice and enforce the law. That sounds straightforward, but more and more, that doesn't seem to be happening. Why?
The role of the prosecutor is to pursue justice. This primarily means enforcing the laws passed by the representatives of the people. Enforcement protects citizens from future crime, but also offers some measure of satisfaction to the victims of crime. This is the basis of civil society. But over the last several years, a growing number of American cities have elected prosecutors who are de-emphasizing enforcement. This is by design. These prosecutors openly vow...
Why would this be by design? Again, they focus on it being like, oh yeah, that's common sense. But let's think common sense right now. Why would you design a system to allow loopholes for criminals? Why? Why would you do that? You just don't do that. If we look at tax code, that's a place where there are legal loopholes intentionally put in to help people. I don't know, I'm going to start rambling, so before I do
reform
that.
the criminal justice system by means of selective prosecution. Their motive, seemingly well-intentioned, is that criminals do better when they're not incarcerated.
Criminals do better when they're not incarcerated. Statistics in other countries have shown that rehabilitative incarceration, rather than incarceration that focuses on punishment, is much more likely to have their previous inmates not return to prison. So, like, I don't know how to describe it, but there's a certain statistic, which is when someone commits a crime, they go to jail, they get out of jail, and then they immediately go back to jail because they committed a crime again. Now, the main reason for this is that people are released from prison without the skills or knowledge or information on how to elevate themselves in society. And thus they're thrown out onto the street in a desperate situation. Many of them have lost their homes. Many of them have lost family. Many of them have lost money. Many of them just have nothing whatsoever. And this pushes people towards crime. That man has such a punchable face, I agree. What happens in a punishment prison where you just lock someone in a cell for 5 years is they leave prison and they've learned nothing. But when you send someone to jail and you send them through rehabilitation, you are educating them. You give them a comfortable environment where they can socialize, where they can communicate with people, where they can learn and educate themselves and learn how to improve themselves in society, to provide them resources and the ability to work a job and make a livable salary while in jail, the ability to go to college while in jail, the ability to vote in jail, the ability to watch television, the ability to have access to information. It allows people to leave prison, and if they have nothing, they will have been given the resources that they need to elevate themselves in our modern society, in a competitive world. Some people were thrown out onto the streets to commit crimes on purpose because prisons provided a higher quality of life of them than their life is on the streets or homeless. That is very true. A way to combat
people from abusing prison systems is universal housing, right? If housing is a free amenity for all, people aren't going to be sent out back onto the streets. People are going to be given a shelter to live under. No,
Many people who are in jail shouldn't be there because they don't present a danger to society.
yes, this is true. This is true. Many people who are in jail do not present a danger to society, i.e., drug dealers. Drug dealers do not present an actual danger to society. Okay? I am standing by that. If you are selling drugs, you are not a menace to society. If you are a terrorist, you are a menace to society. Drug dealers are not terrorists. Okay? If you are actively robbing people and you're actively assaulting people, you are a danger to society. If you are selling drugs on the street, you are not a threat to society. You should not be in jail for selling drugs. And the way we can combat this and reduce the amount of people in jail for selling drugs is to legalize a lot of these illegal drugs. And what this will do is not just reduce the amount of people in jail, but it will also allow these drugs to be regulated, which means these drugs are safer, are actually recorded in their sales and their production and manufacturing, are tracked, and have actual regulation on how healthy they are. So you're not going to be getting drugs that could have a disease in it, or if they're unsafe, because that is very common. Drug dealers will often sell unsafe drugs. Now, you could argue all drugs are unsafe, but the reality is that if we regulate drug production, they will be much safer. I mean, in Germany, we have something like when you don't have a job and stuff, you get social money for a small living space and food. Yeah, that's Social Security, and that's unemployment benefits. Yeah, that's great. Terrorists, pedophiles, and serial killers, and drug dealers and users do not equal... Wait, I didn't read that right. Terrorists, pedophiles, and serial killers do not equal drug dealers and users. I agree. Yeah. No. If you're smoking weed, you should not be thrown in jail. That's bullshit. If you're selling weed, you should not be thrown in jail. That is not the same as being a pedophile.
So, what does this reform look like? Here are just a few examples.
Here they're going to cherry pick data.
In Boston, Suffolk County District Attorney Rachel Rollins has ceased prosecuting 15 different offense categories, including charges like trespassing, stealing less than $250, destruction of property, and drug possession with the intent to distribute.
This is fine. Drug possession with the intent to distribute should not be a felony. Trespassing should not be an arrestable crime. You should not be thrown in jail for walking onto someone's property. Private property is bullshit anyways, but you should not be arrested for stepping onto someone's lawn. I love how Markiplier and that live fucker is still there. It doesn't fit all. No, this is... No, it's important. Stealing less than $250. Is $250 really going to hurt a company? And if you think about the actual person who is stealing like $150 of goods from a store, what are they going to do with those goods? They're probably going to use it for themselves, or they're going to try to resell it. How desperate of a situation do you have to be in that you steal $100 worth of goods from like a 7-Eleven, right? How desperate of a situation do you have to be in to do that? Because people don't inherently just want to steal shit and break stuff. People in lower income brackets who are living in poverty will be pushed to the point where they physically cannot survive unless they steal shit, right? That is an issue that should be addressed. We should be elevating these people out of poverty, because when you elevate people out of poverty, you will see less crime. When people have a stable roof over their heads, when people have a stable, reliable source of food on their plate, of electricity in their house, of clean water, people will not be committing as much crime. And so reducing penalties is good, inherently. Trespassing is a serious problem plaguing this nation. Oh no. So this fucking douche walked on my lawn. Good thing I live in Texas. Time to get the shotgun. Stealing from massive corporations is based. You are taking from stores without giving capitalists any money. Hey, if you are in that desperate of a situation, you fucking deserve it, okay? If you are in such a desperate situation that you're stealing from Target, you deserve it, okay?
In Brooklyn, Eric Gonzalez has either refused to prosecute or has rerouted many gun offenders to pretrial diversion programs.
This is good, because this leads to rehabilitation, and this leads to decriminalization.
In Los Angeles, George Gascon has actually prohibited prosecutors from speaking at parole hearings. This forces victims and their families to take on the burden of speaking in opposition to early releases.
Oh no, you're gonna be released? Oh no, I don't want the guy who stole from my CVS pharmacy that I own. I don't want him to get out of jail 2 years early. Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna get out of jail early. I need to make sure that this guy rots in fucking jail. Because I'm a horrible fucking person. Oh, I'm just an innocent family. I'm just a victim.
He has also ordered his prosecutors not to pursue sentencing enhancements enacted by elected representatives, including those for third strikes and gang-related offenses. In San Francisco, Chesa Boudin instituted a policy prohibiting prosecutors from seeking bail and heavily restricted their ability to ask for pretrial detention.
Again, these aren't horrible. These aren't horrible policy changes.
This is not a fringe movement. In addition to the 4 cities just mentioned, St. Louis, Baltimore, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Orlando, Portland, San Antonio, and others have taken the same route.
Oh no, they're all liberals. Oh no, they're all liberal cities. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh no, it's so horrible. The liberals are destroying everything.
In fact,
Yes, the liberals are destroying everything, but go fuck yourself.
more than 40 million Americans now live in cities with so-called progressive prosecutors.
This is good. This is progress.
That's a lot of reform happening outside the institutions designed to make the law. State, county, and city legislatures. And that's concerning.
But it is the state, city, and county legislators that are passing these bills in these counties and these cities that you have been mentioning that these reforms have been passed in. You are saying these reforms were passed in this city. And then you are saying these reforms are not being passed by the politicians of the city, despite previously saying this was passed in this place. But it wasn't passed in this place.
Oh, it was passed by politicians that don't actually know what's going on the ground and don't know what's actually happening to people.
A couple of reasons. First is that a single official shouldn't be able to sidestep the political process and decide what laws to enforce or not.
No, I agree with this. There should be political process, but that doesn't make these policies bad policies. That's a completely different issue in its entirety.
But a second, larger, and more obvious concern is that these changes aren't making our cities safer.
Yeah, they are. They kind of are. They're making our cities more equitable, which is going to make our cities safer in the long run.
Based on the data, they seem to be making our cities less safe. Take, for example, George Gascon's ban on third strike sentencing. In 2007, economists studied the deterrent effects of California's 3 strikes law. What they found was a 17 to 20% reduction in the felony arrest rate among those with 2 strikes.
That's good. Reducing the amount of people who are arrested is good. Okay? Throwing people in prison is not an efficient way of helping criminals.
That's a pretty big benefit to throw away on one man's say-so. How about the goal of sharply curtailing pretrial detention? The data out of jurisdictions like New York and Chicago tell us that increasing the number of pretrial defendants out on the street will most likely mean more crimes committed by that population. Crimes local residents could certainly do without. One study of Chicago's bail reform concluded that after more generous release procedures...
So what are we supposed to do? Have, like, no regulation whatsoever? Just, like, let's send out a military police onto the streets? And, like, you see someone doing meth, you fucking grab them and throw them in the van? Take them away, put them to work? What do you want us to do? Just because you make something illegal, or just because you increase the punishment for something that is illegal, that's not going to reduce the amount of people that are doing that action. If anything, in the example of drug possession, just because you make the punishments for drug possession harder and, more damning for those people that commit those crimes, people are still going to do that crime. It's just going to be more dangerous because it's not regulated.
Were put in place, the number of pretrial defendants charged with committing new violent crimes increased by an estimated 33%. In New York, the share of violent felony arrests constituted by those out of jail either on reduced bail or released without bail while awaiting trial for previous crimes jumped by more than 27% in the first 9 months of 2020, the year New York State's bail reform went into effect, and that's compared to the same period in 2019. A few other stats are worth noting. Baltimore's progressive DA, Marilyn Mosby, took office in January of 2015. Between 2015 and 2020, Baltimore has averaged 111 more homicides annually than the 6-year period before Mosby came into power. Chicago's Kim...
It's almost like, in those 5 years, the class divide has grown a little bit, and as people enter lower income brackets, homicides increase. I don't know, man. Maybe it has to do with that.
Fox took office in December of 2016. Under Fox, between 2017 and 2020, there were 90 more homicides annually than there were between 2013 and 2016.
Yeah, these statistics also just kind of randomly spike and fall, historically, too. Like, homicide rates are very unpredictable. Oh, fuck.
7 points about the number of pretrial defendants. 24 has averaged 111 more. Kim Fox took office in December of 2016. Under Fox, between 2017 and 2020, there were 90 more homicides annually than there were between 2013 and 2016, the 4-year period before she took office. Larry Krasner was sworn in as Philadelphia's DA in January 2018. During the 3 years he's been in office, the city has seen 112 additional homicides annually compared to the 3-year period before he took over. It would be unfair to say that the progressive DAs in these cities are entirely responsible for these increases. Why certain crimes rise and fall is complicated, but the data is alarming.
It is complicated. Because the fact we're throwing people in jail is disgusting. But, like, the data is complicated. But a lot of it comes down to class, and a lot of it comes down to economic situation.
All want to see fewer people in prison.
Oh no, putting less people in prison, that'll make less money for the owners of private prisons. No, exactly. Private prisons, if you don't know, private prisons have a quota, right? And that every single inmate that they take in, they receive a specific amount of profit from the federal government or from state governments. Oh, we could talk about Candace Owens too. Oh, I don't want to talk about her. I really don't want to talk about Candace Owens.
But only common sense would seem to dictate if they
there they said it. Common sense, yep.
Committing crime and become productive citizens.
Okay, how do we get people out of prisons and as productive citizens? She is a hypocrite, yeah. Okay, so, like, how do we get people from prisons to productive citizens? Give them a stable economic situation, teach them and rehabilitate them and give them the ability to have the resources to become productive members of society. There's many aspects. Throwing them in prison and harsher crimes is not going to deter people from committing crimes to begin with. I know I sound like a broken record, but like, people are going to commit crimes. The best you can do is teach them why it is wrong and to give them the resources that they need to get to a situation in their life that they don't need to commit crimes.
Indications this is not happening. If it were, you can bet we'd be hearing about it. In fact, crime is surging to levels not seen in decades.
Crime is surging from 2020 to 2021. I wonder why. Maybe it's like everyone's been shut in their own homes and it's been like hard to break into another home because like everyone is home. But now that people are actually leaving their homes, crime rates have increased again. I don't know, man. Maybe it has to do with that.
The victims, all too often, are the people who live or work in the very communities these reforms are meant to help.
Oh no.
Reform doesn't necessarily mean better. It can often mean worse.
Reform is almost always positive. But no, I agree. No, that's another thing. I agree with that. You know, reform is not always positive. Your reforms are, for example, are conservative, outdated, and not in touch. Anyways, that was horrible. Cancel culture is weak and irrational.
It's common on the left. Don't believe it.
I don't.
Said in a...
Oh, here's Penis Drager himself. Look at him.
The Cuban Communist Party newspaper said in a rare reference to demonstrations that people who took to the streets on Sunday included governments.
I'm not going to talk about Cuba. I really don't want to talk about Cuba. Oh, here's one of their stupid TikToks that they do.
And that's when he hit me.
Me thinking I'm a victim because of white privilege and systematic racism.
Best idea I ever had in my entire life. That's the worst idea.
Realizing America's equal opportunity, I'm only a victim of my own choices. This is another thing conservatives try to say, right? It's a very racist notion that people are trapped in their own economic situations because of their own actions. And I say it's a very racist notion because what it insists that minority groups who are trapped in lower economic situations are there simply because they make poor choices. Something Candace Owens says a lot is that African Americans are trapped in lower economic situations because of being fatherless. Again, a very racist notion. African American people, unfortunately, have some of the highest rates of children being raised without a father in their home. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate statistic that so many children are raised in one family households. Well, one parent households. It's horrible. But to be pinning that to why people are trapped in a lower economic situation is racist. And saying that America is an equal opportunity country is not true. It is simply not true. If you look statistically, people who are born into lower income brackets are most likely going to stay in that lower income bracket for the rest of their lives. And people who are born into higher income brackets are more likely to stay there for the rest of their lives. Again, I talked about Jeff Bezos last stream. Jeff Bezos, he didn't just fund Amazon on his own. He didn't just make Amazon in his garage. He was funded $300,000 from his parents. Donald Trump, small loan of $1 million. And he went bankrupt many times, and he just kept getting bailed out by his family. People who are born rich stay rich, and people who are born poor are born poor.
America is not an equal opportunity country. America would be an equal opportunity country if everyone was born with the exact same economic situations. Which is why people like myself propose systems like a universal basic income, universal housing, universal healthcare, universal agricultural allocation, which is basically just give everyone free money. Give everyone free food. And universal electrical appliance allocation. That everyone should have access to electricity, no matter who you are, for free. And also, universal clean water access. These systems will help to create equity. That everyone, no matter who you are, will have those basic human rights by birth. And those basic necessities for survival. That will create equity. That will create an equal opportunity country. Prisons in their current form is racist. That's why prison reform will never take effect in the United States. Because you can't subjugate a largely black population, though. Exactly. Again, I've said this before and I will say this again. Racism is not natural. Racism is a product of classism. People inherently desire power. And in order to achieve power, you need to be in a higher class than another person. So, how do you put yourself at a higher class? Well, you have to push someone to a lower class. And an easy way to do this, unfortunately, is if you are a country with more advanced technology than another country. And those two countries are different races from one another. The country with the more advanced technology can point at the other country and say, hey, you see these physical differences between us. We have more advanced technology because our physical differences from them means that we are supposed to be above them and that we're supposed to be better than them. And thus, it gives them an excuse to oppress and starve another group of people. Racism is not natural. Racism is not something that people naturally just internalize. Racism stems from a desire for power. And historically, Europeans and white people, well, not just Europeans, white people, many people, every single fucking culture, every single civilization in history has employed systems of slavery, systems of economic oppression, systems of racism. It stems to class. And if what we need to do is we don't need to be giving whatever they're called. Oh my god, what is it called? Reparations to African Americans from the Civil War, though we should, because they didn't get their fucking 2 acres and a mule, and instead we bailed out the slave owners after the war for their quote unquote lost property. We should be giving reparations to African Americans. But if we want to have a better system, we should be giving reparations to the lower class and be elevating the lower class, because you will unproportionally help specific minority groups to be at a more equal level to larger groups that are not minorities. I'm gonna read chat now. Hannah Soames is just a conservative fucking token black person. Yeah, she's one of many, but she is the most popular token black person for the Conservative Party. Poor people can't send their children to college, nor will they have any business ventures funded by their parents. Exactly. Poor people cannot send their children to college because they cannot afford college. They will have no business ventures because they do not have the education to be able to pursue those, and nor do they have the funding to be able to pursue those. Yes, Polish astronaut. That is called an us versus them mentality. Racism inherently is an us versus them mentality. It is a power dynamic that is internalized for a desire for power, and it utilizes class to oppress another group in order to elevate oneself. I will stand by this until, if I can be convinced otherwise, that I will never be convinced that racism is natural. and that it just naturally internalizes. But if you can prove me like another system that employs racism and encourages racism, then sure, yeah. I'll try to update my opinions, because I feel it's important to update your opinions, and I feel it's important to update your stances on ideas. Europeans fought over inbred monarchs and indigenous people in the Americas. Australia were often building beautiful communist societies. Yet the Europeans call indigenous people savages. Again, calling indigenous people savages gives you the ability to colonize them. And when you colonize them, you have the ability to exploit the plant genetic resources of these developing nations and to oppress and exploit the actual people of that country.
You ever had in your entire life?
The truth is controversial. Tell it anyways. Okay, sure, yeah, I'm doing it right now. Racist doctor calls white people psychopaths. Okay, this is agitprop. This is agitative propaganda, right here, okay? This is reactionary bullshit. Lax policies towards the homeless are destroying blue states. Oh, the homeless people are living in tents. Oh, we should be kicking them out and sending them to go live on the fucking highways instead of our cities. How about we just fucking build them housing? Please. Let's see what they have to say on this. Welcome to the garbage dump that was once a beautiful Venice beach. Do you know what this is? This is poverty. This is what we need to be helping. This isn't a garbage dump. These are people in a very desperate situation. Exactly. We have an estimated 17 million vacant homes. Yet it's a seller's market. Housing prices are through the roof, and they've been raising for years on end. Yet we have a surplus of housing that nobody lives in, and the reason behind this is because of private property. People buy homes, and they don't use this home as a utility for people to survive. They use it as a stock to buy and sell, because you can buy a house, wait for the land value to increase, and then sell it for more money. It's literally just a fucking stock. And if you want, you can get a little spicy with it. And you can, well, rent out the house. Which again, you know how I feel about landlords. You literally do nothing. You own a house that you have to pay a mortgage on, right? Now, if you own a house and you're paying mortgage, you pay, let's say, $100 a month, right? Let's just say that. That's not an actual price you'll have to pay on a mortgage. I'm just putting a number out there. Just arbitrary number. If you are renting a house out to someone, right? You need that person to pay off your rent. But you also want to make, your mortgage. But you also want to make a profit. So, in order to pay off the monthly mortgage of $100, yet also make your own profit, you're going to charge this tenant $120 per month. Thus, you do jack shit, and you make $20 a month. Wow, phenomenal. But it's exploitive. It's exploitation. It's disgusting. We have a massive corporations buying up all the houses, and after 2008 stock market crash, yeah, that was horrible. Your dad is a small landlord, so yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with your father's profession, but that's just me. I know a lot of people who are landlords. I have a lot of family friends that are landlords. I do not agree with their profession. And I think we need policy that taxes people who own multiple homes. I think the more homes you own, the higher your property tax rates get. To the point where eventually it will just be through the roof. if you own like 50 houses in a single city. Just take them away. Like, that's how high the taxes should be, so high that they're basically just taking the homes away. We need to show landlords we need to show the landlords here what China did, listen, to them in the 50s. I'm not going to say that live on stream because that's TOS. But I do think that there needs to be reform in regards to, you know, landlords.
Than the average.
Oh, they actually end up talking. This is not a dump. These are people in a very desperate situation.
The San Francisco Chronicle estimates that hundreds of homeless individuals move to the Bay Area each year because of the perception that it is a sanctuary for people who are unwilling to participate in programs designed to get them off and keep them off a life in the streets.
What programs? What programs are conservatives employing that gets homeless people off the streets? What programs do conservatives propose to get homeless people off the streets? I want an example of a single program that conservatives have pushed for on a large scale that will get people off the streets. Poverty exists because capitalism does. Eliminate capitalism, eliminate poverty. Ronald Reagan made a public restroom. Margaret Thatcher did too. You're right. I am mistaken. It only became open when he died. That it was in his will that when he died, he wanted to make a beautiful, beautiful public bathroom. So did Margaret Thatcher. What nice people. What wonderful people.
This pattern that the homeless go where the policy environment is the most permissive can be seen up and down the West Coast.
It's almost like, I hate to say this because I hate Democrats, but it's almost like Democrats are good people, whereas conservatives are like horrible monsters. It's like, oh, the Democrats are actually willing to help the homeless, and that's why the homeless are flocking to their cities. Do you realize how horrible that sounds? Do you realize how fucking awful that sounds? That sounds like so monstrous. Like, they're helping the homeless, and these fucking degenerates are fleeing to their cities. And they're destroying everything. They're putting up their garbage tents all over. And they're destroying our cities. Do you realize how disgusting that is to say? Yeah, way to make an argument. You sound like a douche. But they talk fast, and they talk confidently. So you don't have time to deconstruct their argument without pausing the video. And you know what happens when you pause a video every 2 seconds? You end up like me. You just look like an asshole. You just look like a pretentious douchebag that needs to correct everything. You look like one of those fucking quote-unquote fact checkers that go through every Trump speech and like pick it apart word by word. It's like, we know Trump is just lying through his teeth. You don't need to go through his entire speech and point out, oh, this is wrong, oh, this is wrong, oh, this is wrong, oh, we know it's wrong. How about we just start enacting policy? Yeah, no, they talk fast because too much analysis will expose lies and deception. Literally, Ben Shapiro, he is like an icon for young conservatives. Again, because he talks fast and confidently. Like, and the same thing goes for people like Crowder, Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder talks very fast. And he talks very fast and very confidently. And he's a douche. Like, and people like that. People like the attitude he brings with him. But he'll actively say shit like, the left doesn't want to debate me. And what that does is that adds on another layer to it. That he is right and the left doesn't want to debate him because they know they will lose. When the reality is that people are constantly challenging people like Steven Crowder to debates, but he never accepts because he never wants to actually have that debate because they're gonna lose. Hassan said it best. Like he straight up in his fucking stream challenged Steven Crowder to a debate. But there was a recent incident. It was the fucking nightmare incident, as it's been known to be called, where Crowder challenged, I think, Ethan Klein from H3H3 podcast. He challenged him to a debate. And now, Ethan Klein knows jack shit about debating. He knows jack shit about politics. He's not a politics guy. So what Ethan did is he brought in an actual leftist talk show host and had him there to debate Crowder. And this person, I forget what their name is, I'm a fucking idiot, but this person had been, like, actually wanting to debate Crowder for a long time and publicly asked him to debate him. Many times. But he just ignored him over and over and over. It's that reality that, like, the moment that there's actual analysis in front of their own viewers, that's when everything's gonna fall apart. Look at Sargon's Do Not Debate with BreadTube video? Yeah. I'll fucking fight him with an encyclopedia, knowledge of history, and a passionate left libertarian fury. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's important. It's beautiful.
Post. In San Francisco County, it's estimated that 30% of the homeless migrated there after becoming homeless somewhere else.
This is horrible. It's horrible that we have policies that completely abuse and mistreat the homeless. It's disgusting.
In the city of Seattle, that number is 51%.
This says something good about the cities that they're fleeing to, that these cities are willing to accommodate them and willing to help them.
At first glance, this would seem to make no sense. Why would an individual with no shelter or stable source of income move to one of the most expensive cities in the country?
Why do people flee war zones and go to more stable countries? It's because they seek stability. That people want a place that they can survive and a place that will, or at least they have heard, will help them. And the truth is, Democrats don't want to help homeless people. Because Democrats refuse to increase minimum wage. Democrats refuse to give out a full stimulus check, or another stimulus check for that matter, or to employ a universal basic income, public housing, and other policies like that. Democrats don't actually want to help homeless people. They just put on that facade that they do. And so homeless people travel to Democratic cities hoping for any type of help to get them off the streets, to get them up on their feet. Because inherently, everyone wants to contribute to society. Everyone, in their hearts, are human. And humans are inherently public animals. They're social creatures. People want to contribute. People want to be a part of the world. And if we give people the ability to contribute to the world, by God, they will. But we don't. We throw them under bridges, we stick them in tents, and we force them to shit in the streets. Many of these people are people who have faced drug abuse, drug addiction, have mental health issues, or have disabilities, or are even war veterans. And these people need help. Universal healthcare should include assistance for disabled people, assistance for war veterans that are facing traumatic mental illnesses. It should help, again, therapy and assistance with the mentally disabled. And we just need to be helping people. We need to be housing people. We need to be giving them resources. Tens of millions of perfectly good homes are vacant, when many of them are on the streets because of capitalism. Exactly. People throw so much slack on Soviet, like, concrete blocks of buildings. And yeah, they're not the most attractive, but they accommodate people. They provide shelter. They provide housing to people who need it. And we are the richest country in the world, yet we can't afford to build housing for our homeless? The Soviet Union, the US always describes them as an impoverished slum of a country. Yet that slum of a country was able to provide housing to every single citizen. Why can't we do it here? Men in East Germany, after the unification, saw the very first homeless people that they ever have. That's very true. There's a lot of defenses of Eastern Germany. And I don't want to be a tanky. I don't want to act like a tanky right now. But a lot of people in Eastern Germany complained that people were getting their free education in Eastern Germany and leaving and going to Western Germany in order to become business owners and to exploit people with less education in Western Germany. The Soviet education was actually pretty good. It wasn't top-notch, it wasn't exceptional, but it provided a decent education to everyone. And it created equity. It's horrible. There are a lot of defenses for Eastern Germany. Soviet Union actually reached out to the United States first in wanting to unify Germany. But the United States wanted that political influence over Germany. And so they refused. And that ended up resulting in the construction of the Berlin Wall. It's horrible. It's horrible. But no, we should be providing housing to everyone. We should be providing education for everyone. There is no reason why in the richest country in the world we aren't doing that. Absolutely no reason.
But in the world of the homeless, it makes perfect sense. That's because they operate under a different set of incentives than the average citizen.
Again, this is disgusting. You are saying that homeless people are inherently their own breed of human, and that they inherently don't want to contribute to society. That they're inherently lazy and inherently, like, leeches on the system. And again, this idea can be applied very dangerously when you get to the levels of racism and how these ideas can be employed under racist ideologies. Saying that, oh, this group of people operates under a different set of incentives than the average citizen. How long until you start applying that to minority groups that are impoverished? You can't just do that. That's fucking disgusting. It's wrong. It's just incorrect.
In a research survey of homeless migrants in Seattle, 15% said they...
If that is all true, that is created by the capitalist system. People do what they need to survive, no matter what it takes. It does not make you a bad person. Exactly. Exactly.
Came to access homeless services, 10% came for legal marijuana, and 16% were transients who were traveling or visiting when they decided to set up camp. But this dramatic...
Again, all of this is horrible. This is horrible. But you are not providing solutions. These people are not actually providing solutions for the quote-unquote problems that they're talking about. All they are doing is saying this is a problem, and this is what liberals and leftists are doing and it's wrong, and that it's a problem. They're not actually providing policy change. They're not actually providing systems that could be put into place to elevate people and to help people. They're just saying homeless people are bad, Democrats bad. It's reactionary. It's agitprop. It's agitative propaganda.
Dramatically understates the biggest draw of all, the de facto legalization of street camping, drug consumption, and property crime. As former Seattle Public Safety Advisor Scott Lindsay has shown, the city is now home to a large population of homeless, prolific offenders, people who commit property crimes to feed their addictions.
Again, why do people commit crime? Because of economic situation. People in lower income brackets are often forced to commit crime to survive. Their solution is to make sure that homeless people rot in the streets. Inherently, yeah, that's Ancapistan. Ancapistan has rotting streets littered with homeless people and a horrible, wretched society where your worth as a man is the worth that you bring. And in their eyes, homeless people are worthless. And hey, you know, in their eyes, we're 2 steps away from rich people having recreational homeless hunting seminars where they come into cities on a armored car with shotguns and drive around and just put down homeless people as a sport. That's their solution.
But are rarely held accountable for those crimes by the criminal justice.
What do you think we're gonna do? Throw them in jail? Like what? You're gonna throw them in jail? Their lives can't get any shittier. Yeah, give homeless people rocket-propelled grenades. No, like, listen. You're just gonna throw homeless people in prison? You might as well just make universal healthcare and universal basic income at that point. You might as well just give them housing. It's bullshit.
System.
Again, no solution.
Talks about slavery.
Oh yeah, and there's all of their fucking cringes. Best thing you can do for society.
The vast majority of Americans,
Penis Drager,
and for that matter, almost anyone in a relatively robust, democratic, industrialized country can do. What's the best thing you can do? If you could find a cure for cancer, that is the best thing you can do for your society. I fully acknowledge that. Since you're not going to find a cure for cancer, the best...
That's relatively pessimistic. You're not going to develop it, but just don't worry, it's not going to happen.
Thing you can do is marry and raise good people. Now, why is this not...
Nuclear family.
More about culture, and he defines culture as being...
I'm not going to talk about racism, it's going to get me banned any minute now.
I think we can all agree that history is pretty important, but there's a problem.
Modern teaching of history is not honest history. It's just leftist ideology being crammed down the throat of your kids. But
Is it really leftist ideology to say the KKK was bad? Is it really leftist indoctrination to, like, teach critical race theory in your schools? Do you know what critical race theory teaches you? It teaches you, oh, the KKK is bad. Here's the fucking disgusting shit we did historically to African Americans and other minority groups and other racial groups. Here's all the Italian people we've lynched historically. It sucks. We have a long way to go. That's not leftist teaching of history. That's an honest teaching of history. Yes, I agree, Devin. It says it in your username. I'm sorry. May, I'm sorry. It says it in your username. May. Oh, I'm sorry. May. I think you can change your name in those settings. I'm sorry. May.
Yeah, no, Dennis Prager, Penis Drager, looks like a goblin. He's not even human, no.
Traditional teaching of history is kind of, I don't know, dare I say boring, maybe?
Traditional teaching of history is racist, that's all I'm gonna say. It's alright, I can't change it in a few more weeks. Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize, I didn't mean to do that.
Super boring. John Adams, I hate that guy! He smells like a bitch!
John Adams? Yeah, John Adams sucks. There's only like a few good founding fathers, and by a few good founding fathers, I mean one good founding father. And it's Thomas Paine. He was like the only good founding father. Yeah, they're attempting to be oversimplified. No, listen. Thomas Paine's the only good historic figure. Okay? Thomas Paine is the only good founding father.
Now Benjamin Franklin's head will be in your head all day. You're welcome. But to be honest, if history were actually taught like this, maybe young people would actually remember it. And maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't have to repeat it.
Smell like a fish! But turkey should be the national bird! And you talk about freedom! I'll give you freedom! I'll give you freedom! I'll get you from the fast food restaurant!
This looks boring. Dude. This series just looks boring. Oh, they scream. Oh no. Oh, July 28th. Are we streaming the 28th? Hey, look at that. We're streaming on the 28th. We're gonna get to see the video about the scientific at Discord. Oh, I'm sorry it's stopping late. We don't have a Discord. Sorry. We don't even have a bot in here. So, sorry. If I ever have a Discord, I'll put it in the description of my Twitch page. Twitch.tv/dishwashersafe channel. About. I'll put it right in here. So if you ever want to access it, it'll be right on the side when we get a Discord account. If we get a Discord server. I'll probably get a Discord server if we get like 50 followers or something. But right now it's not really a priority. There's all the elegance of a Nickelodeon live action show. 18 years of religious history study all led to this moment. Yeah. Woo. Okay.
To some of the people that thought.
What's the trailer?
I think we can all agree that
Oh, it's the same video.
You were being disrespectful by being on your phone and not being attentive to them.
Well, I was on my phone, and yes, that's true. I was following developments with a 5-year-old little girl sitting on her dad's lap who just got shot in the head by a drive-by shooting. And if some of the people here gave a good about the victimization of people in this community by crime, I take
They used the bottom emoji. I'm fucking screaming. They used the fucking
to some of the
bottom emoji. That's awful. No, literally no one supports abolishing the police. No. Literally nobody wants to abolish the police. People want to abolish modern policing systems. People don't want to abolish the police. Yeah, no, it's a straw man. But a minimum. I want to listen to old man.
California businesses are leaving the state in
percent of its work percent Google the state of
profit. It can make between 4 made
force. These businesses are what make
The goblin.
California the economic powerhouse that it is.
I haven't made a profit in 5 years.
L. This guy hasn't made a profit in 5 years. Look how well capitalism's going for him. Yeah, Dennis Prager does give me, like, touchy priest vibes. You know, when you're at, like, your church and you're hanging out with the priest and he's, like, getting real close with the kids and you're a little concerned.
And some of the servers here can make between $40,000 and $50,000 a year because I have to pay them minimum wage and they get tips and I end up with nothing. And that's for a part-time job. It's what is called in the business first phase economics, right? Because it's an emotional choice to feel good about giving the employee more money.
Okay, this is something I can talk about, okay? My parents are divorced. My mother went to college and she became a chef. But when my sister and I were born, she could not be a cook for very much longer because she was trying to raise us. And there physically was not time in her schedule to pursue her passion of cooking. And so my mom became the next best thing. A server at a restaurant. She became a waitress, right? My mom makes less than minimum wage and has made less than minimum wage for years because she makes tips. And the way these companies operate is that they are legally allowed to pay less than minimum wage so long as the workers get all of their tips. And workers going into the waiting table business, you are usually given two options when you're employed. You can make a wage, or you can make less than minimum wage, but also get tips. Yeah, I think $2 an hour is the legal limit. But like, it's so hard for us. It is so fucking unsustainable. Because you're not making a livable wage, and tips are not sustainable. And tips ultimately come down to how attractive of a waitress you are. People will tip you more, and it becomes a beauty contest. It's not a sustainable way to survive. So when this fucking douchebag, this fucking balding ass motherfucker, this man is disgusting, okay? His workers are making minimum wage and then getting tips. They are making a livable wage, and he is complaining about breaking even. Listen, if you as a company are not able to afford paying your workers a livable wage, you should not be in business. You should not be employing workers if you cannot pay them a livable wage. Last year, at one point, my mom was working 3 jobs simultaneously just for us to get by. It was hard. It was really hard. COVID hit us so fucking hard. And restaurants shutting down, it hit us so fucking hard. We live in a very touristy city. And all of a sudden that tourist economy during the summer disappearing entirely. We were constantly moving. Yeah, I had to help my mom here and there. I worked 3 jobs over the course of last year. Not all at the same time, but I worked at an inn, I worked at a cafe, and then I worked at a grocery store. When I graduated high school earlier this year, my mom gave me an envelope with $321 in it.
And I did not want to accept it because I know how difficult things have been for my mom lately. But what she did, she told me that she did, is she made an envelope a few years ago. And any extra money that she got from working, any money that she had left over, she just put that money in an envelope and had been saving up to give me this gift. And it was a very generous gift, and I love my mom. She is so supportive of my transition. She's helping me. She helped me get on HRT. She's helping me get laser hair removal on my face. She's helping with so many things. And she's so supportive, and she works so hard. And for this motherfucker to complain about California, a state that requires restaurant workers to make minimum wage and be paid a livable salary, I am in awe. It does sound like anti-union propaganda. I'm just genuinely taken aback by this. Like, Jesus fuck. I'm sorry for such a personal story, but like, things were hard. Things were hard, and this man has the audacity to complain that his workers are making a livable wage. My stories give you hope? I hope so. If my stories can, like, give people hope or, like, encourage people to advocate for workers' rights and advocate for a better world and a more equitable society, then I'm glad. That makes me happy. Let's see whatever this fucking monster has left to say.
We're looking at the second phase and what it does to business and how it causes this domino effect of, okay, I have to now let somebody go.
Oh no, I'm not making a profit from stealing value and exploiting value from my workers. Oh no. I mean, he did kind of foster my own views, which I built upon and went down a libertarian path with, yeah. The reason I stream is because I love talking about these topics. And if I can discuss these topics and maybe shift people's opinions, or maybe for the first time introduce new ideas and new discussions into people's minds, that's what I want to do. I want to provide my own side to things and provide my own commentary. And I enjoy this. I genuinely love talking about this.
Right? I have to raise my prices in the restaurant. It's a lose-lose for everybody.
Regulatory compliance costs the average small business in California nearly $135,000 per year. Oh no, regulation. How horrible. This results in the loss of over 3.8 million jobs. No. This results in business owners becoming greedy and laying off workers because they cannot afford to exploit their workers anymore. Is there anything left of this? No, it's just their fucking...
Meager little brain, you know, because...
They scream about children's education being too politicized, right? And too leftist. Now, this isn't necessarily something I disagree with, I'm not saying that. But when you say this is kind of political for a kid's book or a kid's magazine, when you say that's kind of political? Oh my god, I'm not gonna listen to this fucking
bullshit. Non-profit versus government? Who's better at solving homelessness? Neither. Listen, so far, the US government does jack shit to help the homeless, and non-profit organizations also do jack shit to help the homeless. Okay? Which is why we need to expand government infrastructure and change government systems. Are Native Americans offended by cultural appropriation? Yeah. Probably. Because shit like that Redskins mascot is pretty fucking racist. Do you support Black Lives Matter? Alright, let's take the survey. Yeah. Have you felt pressure to speak up? No, not at all actually. I've actually felt a lot of pressure to denounce Black Lives Matter. But I support it. Do your social media followers agree with your stance? Yes, most seem to support my stance. That Black Lives Matter is a amazing civil rights movement. Do you trust the media's narrative of Black Lives Matter? No. No, I do not. Because again, most American media is very biased towards right-wing ideologies and are oftentimes not actually showing the scope of Black Lives Matter movements. I think over the course of last year, there were something like 2,000 Black Lives Matter rallies, and I think only like 200 or something like that actually went violent. I'd have to check the stats, but it was a very low number, and we weren't showing these peaceful BLM supports. We were showing BLM rallies. We were showing these like more violent BLM rallies because that gets clicks, that gets views. And again, media is capitalist in our country. Whatever gets clicks, whatever gets money, will be supported. BLM and Antifa have been called terrorists by some idiots. You believe I heard nothing about it here? In Germany, it was like dead silent, even though it was over here too? Yeah. Again. Yeah. Do you believe systematic racism exists? Yes. Do you support defunding the police? Yes. Have you seen a PragerU video? Yes. Has PragerU ever changed your mind on an issue? No. It has reaffirmed my own identity. I am a leftist. Age? 18. Will this work? Okay, it does. Sick. Look at that. What the hell is this fucking hodgepodge of an account? There's no proof of a pandemic, but also Free Palestine, I guess. Okay, cool. You're a weird political stuff. Antifa was born in Germany, yes. Antifa was born in Germany. As a, you know... Why did that guy's chime look like he's being cubified by his beard? Why is there a survey if you support it or not? What? Chin. Whoa! Oh, you're right. No, Tara, it's just... PragerU tries to make quizzes for, like, proving its points. How to prepare for a job. This is prep. This is prep. This is their, educational system. If you don't like abortions, then don't get one done.
I think I'm losing.
Okay, if you don't like guns, just don't get one. Yeah, but guns actually kill people? Okay. Again, the majority of abortions are much more simple than people think. Okay, the majority of abortions, you go to Planned Parenthood,
You receive from a doctor a pill, usually. You take the pill. That pill will then cause you to have a very heavy and very painful period. You'll have basically just a very heavy period. And you just kind of pee out the lump of cells over like a week of a long period, like a heavy period. That's kind of it. It's not a human. It's not a fucking human. It's a lump of cells. If you say abortions, even in like towards the end of a pregnancy, like if you say an abortion towards the end of a pregnancy is horrible and women should be punished for having abortions at the end of their pregnancy, what about women who have miscarriages? Like, seriously. Isn't a miscarriage killing a child? By that logic? And if you completely legalize abortions, women are just going to go for the clothes hanger, the wire clothes hanger, and just force themselves to have a miscarriage. There's literally nothing wrong with abortion. Republicans aren't pro-life. They give no shits about the woman or the child once it's been born. Yes, the overwhelming majority of people who get abortions are younger people who are not in an economic situation to support a child. Now, do you want a child to be raised in a horrible economic situation, in an unstable family, or be just sent into a life of orphanage, of being an orphan and in foster care? Or do you just want to prevent the child from existing to begin with? The majority of abortions, again, are not surgeries. Abortions suck, but they're often necessary. We aren't advocating for abortions, but they need to be legal. They need to be an accessible form of healthcare. And they need to be a part of universal healthcare. Universal healthcare needs to cover abortions. People are not going to just get pregnant just to have an abortion just because they don't want to use a condom. Because, again, the very heavy period created by an abortion is painful and strenuous, and it's not something people just are gonna have and suffer through just because they want to be able to have sex and not care. People are getting abortions because they genuinely need it. Guns, on the other hand, need some forms of regulation. I'm actually, as a leftist, I'm very in favor of individual gun rights. But I do agree. Guns should not be allowed in public places. I don't think you should be able to walk into a dense city with a gun. It's, again, like mutually assured destruction. If there is a gunman who opens fire on a crowd, and that entire crowd pulls out their own firearms and starts shooting, that's just gonna go to shit, okay? That's just gonna go to a shit fest. Abortion is not murder. But illegalizing abortion and criminalizing abortion, that is a human rights abuse.
Soul. I mean, he's...
Oh my Christ, I don't want to talk about Michael Knowles. Again, this guy basically just Ben Shapiro 2.0. He's an asshole. He does a show. He sucks. That's it. I don't really have anything else to say. Calling out anti-Semitism will get you fired. Alright, that's reactionary as fuck. California's been pushing the world electric cars for decades, but more electric cars means lithium-powered batteries. Okay, again. Electric-powered cars are inherently more detrimental to the environment than gas-powered cars. Firstly, the lithium and cobalt required for electric cars just to mine those resources is incredibly dirty and carbon intensive. But also the manufacturing of electric cars is more carbon intensive than the manufacturing of gas-powered cars. But also the fact that in the United States, 80% of all electricity is generated from coal and other fossil fuels, thus rendering electric vehicles dirtier than gas-powered vehicles. That is true. PragerU says the solution to this inherent fact is to simply just keep advocating for gas-powered cars. Yeah, just don't do anything, right? Just keep to the nuclear age, you know? Keep to nuclear family. Everyone gets a gas-powered car in their garden. No. The solution is denser living environments with more readily available access to public transit. Living in dense cities or denser residential districts rather than sprawling suburbs on the side of highways with strip malls and even normal malls. And you don't need to be living in a gigantic city to have access to public transit. There are plenty of small cities, small walkable cities all throughout New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, that all have ready availability to public transit, despite being a suburb. But most of these suburbs don't have streets that cars drive on. They have sidewalks that provide walkability from the residential part of town to the commercial part of town, the downtown, which then has access to a train station that can then bring you to a dense city, which then has very dense urban environments, living environments, residential districts, industrial districts, commercial districts. And you also have extremely efficient public transit. You can also have bus, light rail, and other forms of public transit in these smaller residential communities. Public transit doesn't mean living in Tokyo. Like, hold on. Maps. I'm gonna just show you this. Check this out. Pay no attention, I'm doxing myself. Let's see, New Jersey, Jersey. I hate Jersey, but public transit sounds like communism to me. I'm actually gonna take my toothbrush. Yeah, I'm gonna take your toothbrush while your teeth are gonna rot. All through here, you'll see you have very dense urban environments, but you also have a lot of very small rural environments. Unfortunately, Google Maps does not have a rail functionality, right? Google Maps unfortunately doesn't show rail. But all throughout here, there are many tiny little cities that are all walkable. There's a great video by the Armchair Urbanist. That's not what I meant to do. Armchair Urbanist. I have my microphone in front of my keyboard, so I apologize. Britain, they have communism. Communism takes away toothbrushes, which is why they have dental hygienists. Exactly. Car-free neighborhood in Old Jersey. Look at this.
Hello! If you've never encountered my channel before, my name is Alan, and I like to write short video essays, usually on the topic of urban planning, transit, or engineering.
This guy's great.
You this pre-test.
Subscribe to this guy. He talks about fucking
all sorts of shit on urban transit and urban design. It's great.
Because I'm sharing this video with my urban planning class and professor, so I'm going to try to keep... Why would that be? They're literally better.
Here's the layout for the city. You have a central district, and then you have residential districts kind of fanning out around it. It's all walkable, and it has a rail line that comes right through the middle. Trying to find the examples. Yeah, here's the downtown, where there is a road, and it's a nice little cute little downtown. But if you want to see what the suburbs look like this.
The Grove formed. The Grove consisted of 12 radial streets. Each street was just a sidewalk, no cars allowed. This is mainly because the town was formed before cars, and that the center of the Grove houses started as a vacation lot. The Grove is one of the main reasons why Pittman is so dense. The small lots and houses result.
Look at this! This is adorable! This is beautiful! This is so cute! Like, you can have suburbs, and you can have public transit. You can have, you know, more efficient, more green ways of living. You don't have to live in a dense city to have access to walkability, to have access to public transit, to have access to a rail line. But we're not encouraging this type of living. And historically, we haven't encouraged this type of living. Historically, we've encouraged the nuclear family, and we've encouraged these shitty ways of living.
When he hit me, the best idea I ever had in my entire life. That's the worst idea you ever had.
This is the same joke. No, this is wrong, but okay.
Issue with is the idea of the legacy of slavery.
Yeah, Fergie does this too. They just post like a single word, and yeah, it doesn't go too well.
For the Cuban uprising, and that the embargo we have on the island nation prevented them from developing a vaccine.
Yeah, kinda. No, that's kinda true. We do straight up fucking destroy Cuba with sanctions. Because we want to keep it as like our special little vacation island where people can go to the casinos and gamble and have a good vacation.
The second time that I traveled to Cuba, I stayed with my family in the...
Oh yeah, this is the video where she talks about how horrible it was because she had to stand in a line to get food. Yeah, I've seen this. They've posted this like 1,000,000 times.
Revealing the number of Chicago police officers that have retired this year has already surpassed all of the retirements in 2018, and that they are on track to...
Okay, criminals always outnumber police. That's just a statistic that always happens. If police outnumber criminals, what's the purpose of the police? Police will always be outnumbered by criminals. That's how the police is supposed to be set up.
That's slavery.
I don't want to talk about Michael Knowles. He's such a douche. Cuban walks in a Walmart for the first time.
For the first time in your life that didn't have empty shelves. Well, this is Yoel. He's 36 years old, and he's about to do it right now.
Pinga. Que pinga es esto. Mojón, parece una pelota. $8. Wow. Mucho pues. Ando mi niña que no puedo enseñárselo. No puedo enseñarle. No me puedo. La ropa Loco por comprar toda la carne que hay aquí. Una a una. No he visto tanta carne juntos. Todo eso no quiere un niño. Y más un niño cubano que no tiene eso. Así que, no sé.
This does hurt. You know why? Because Walmart throws away 40% of everything. Because all of that, this video is a perfect example of the propaganda put into place of retail stores. That you walk into a Walmart and there's just so much, it's overwhelming. And what that is that's a visual surplus. You see all of these products, and it encourages you to just buy. And it's not all, none of it is going to sell. There's no way that all of it is going to sell. And that's why fucking grocery stores throw away so much food. It's all there to make a profit. And they throw away their food rather than giving it to the homeless, because if you give that leftover food to the homeless, it will disincentivize people from spending money to buy that food. And they throw it in dumpsters, and they put these dumpsters behind barbed wire and chain link fencing. And they put fucking security systems in place to protect it. It's fucking disgusting. People at Dunkin' Donuts get fired because at the end of their shift, they're told, at the end of the night, when they're closing the store, they're told to throw away all of the leftover donuts. And they go out and they just give it to their community for free. They take all those donuts that are going to be thrown away and they just give it to people around the community. And then they get fired. Again, the fact that this guy doesn't have these things in Cuba is horrible. It's absolutely horrible that they don't have access to these resources. But the fact that we just create an artificial surplus just to make a cheap profit and throw it away, that hurts. That is disgusting. The entire Cuba bad thing is that the US likes to pull is because Batista's regime got overthrown in a revolution, so the US placed sanctions on it. Yeah. Thing is, Cuba's life expectancy is still higher than US's. Yes. Medical care in Cuba is very good. Cuban doctors were sent abroad to help with COVID. There's like videos of like Italy and Cuba cooperating on medical care for COVID. Cuba has the potential to be an amazing country, but we starve it and we sanction it and we prevent that potential from being achieved. Because again, if American workers can see a nation that can prosper under a different system than capitalism and have a system that doesn't encourage poverty, people are going to start questioning systems that are put into place in their own country. And they're going to start to question their leaders, and they're going to start questioning capitalism as a whole. Cuba is a nation of doctors and a system while under sanctions. Cuba's a good country. I don't agree with a lot of their history. I don't agree with a lot of things Castro did. I don't agree with his authoritarian precedents. But I do agree with his fucking removal, let's just say removal, of slave owners and his reallocation of wealth. And he did what the United States should have done after our Civil War. After the Civil War ended, we should have taken plantations in the South, cut them up into pieces, and given them to the newly freed men. That's what Cuba did. They nationalized all of that land that was taken from slave owners. We should have done that. But instead, we said, oh yeah, we're going to give 2 acres and a mule to every single previously enslaved person. But we never did that. We never ended up actually fulfilling that promise. Yet we gave reparations to previous slave owners for their quote-unquote lost property. And again, Oh my god, I just, yeah. Illegal immigration is not about power. They say the left supports illegal immigration about power. Basically, the argument is that leftists want to allow immigration because those immigrants support leftist ideologies, and thus leftists will artificially increase their voter base by increasing immigration, which is, it's kind of like really horrible to say and kind of racist to say as well. But like, it's just like, fuck off. Do you think Israel should cease to exist? Yes. I think that the conflict between Israel and Palestine should be resolved in a one-state solution, where it's one state with a democratic government and freedom of religion. That's partially true because of right-wing opposition to immigration. They are digging their own grave. Yes, they are digging their own grave. It is true that most immigrants vote left. Or they vote Democrat, which is right-wing, but left-wing compared to Republicans. So yes, Republicans are digging their own grave. But the moment, oh my god, the moment that Republican parties sink, the Republican parties dissipate and disappear, because I do feel Republican parties are not sustainable. And then one way or another, Republican parties are going to collapse. And we're going to end up with the Democratic Party and a newly formed American Workers' Party of some sort. The thing is, the Democrats aren't that far off from the Republicans. So not much is going to change in that department. We're just going to have an actual leftist party. And then Democrats are going to become conservatives and slowly move right. And it's going to be bullshit, but it would be a dream if the Republican Party could just dissipate. But I genuinely want the Democratic Party to collapse on itself too, because the Democratic Party is just as bad as the Republican Party, okay? They're equally terrible. The only difference is, again, Republicans are openly racist, Democrats put pride flags and BLM stickers on their drones that they then slam into other countries. Oh look, Penis Drager got on TV, very cool. Oh, it's Candace Owens. I don't want to talk to Candace Owens. Who has privilege? Higher income individuals, which happens to be more so white than other cultures or races.
Well, that looks great. Hold on. Come here, Zoe.
Okay, this is sad. You know why this is sad? Because they say this is horrible. That law enforcement isn't arresting these people. You know what's horrible about this situation? Those people are in such a desperate situation that they're resorting to stealing and looting. That is the problem. That people are in such a difficult situation and such a horrible situation that they resort to this. That is the problem. What do you think about the situation in Peru? I actually don't know much about it. So I'm gonna sleep after the stream, but tomorrow I'll look into it a little and try to get a little more information. Maybe I'll talk about it a little on Wednesdays. Oh, a Marxist-Leninist party just got elected. Again, I don't agree too much with Marxist-Leninists, but I think a left-wing party rising in South America sounds amazing, but at the same time, I am scared about potential future intervention by other countries, because left-wing parties have never been allowed to exist in South America. They've never been allowed to be sustained. But a Marxist-Leninist party, well, that's interesting. That's definitely interesting. I will say I much more agree with Marxist-Leninists than I do with conservatives, simply for the fact that they're Marxists and left-leaning. I don't agree with their authoritarian social policies, but I agree with their, more heavy-handed economic policies. I'm not a tanky. I am much more libertarian than tankies. I believe the government should be very heavy-handed economically, but more lighter-handed on your personal life. But ultimately, I do believe that there needs to be a little bit of a hand just to maintain a stable economy. You still need some aspect of control. You need a government control of the economy, but you need, again, I talk about this circle that it creates. The government controls the economy. 100%. The economy then, as the economy does, and always will, the economy controls your life. But you, in your life, through democratic principles, control the government. And thus it creates a circle. Government controls the economy controls your life controls the government controls the economy controls your life controls the government. It's a circle. And that is a system they need to be employing. That's my view on it. Much more libertarian than tankies. Much more libertarian than Marxist-Leninists. But I do think there should be an aspect of social control much more in the form of education, ordinances, and general cultural norms and ideologies that keep stability and encourage specific behaviors. I don't think the government should be showing up in your life and being like, hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you because you're a zoophile. I think it should be the general democratic culture of people to just hate zoophiles because of what zoophiles are. Of course, if you act on that, that's a different story. Of course, if you act on, like, zoophilia or pedophilia, that's a completely different story. The government then has the ability to intervene in your life. But that's a very, that's a very extreme example, of course. I understand that. I don't think the government should prevent specific political parties from existing. But I do think the culture of a communist country should encourage communist ideals. But it shouldn't be damaging or attack new ideas and new parties. I don't know where I'm going with this ramble. I honestly don't know. It's 1:42 in the morning. I'm just kind of tired. And my throat hurts. But no, this is sad. Not because people are stealing and they're not getting arrested. This is sad because people are stealing because they're in such a bad economic situation that they are forced to steal just to survive and just to get by. I'm not talking about Michael Knowles. I don't want to deal with him. He's just a fucking idiot. We talked about that.
White, 2-year-old Jassian Logan. Court of law.
I don't know though. I think
Famine.
Virtually has huge.
A common theme of communist countries. Alright, thank you very much, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs alike. That was a great stream. That was a great stream. I don't think I really need to say anything else. I think I'm done. I think that's all I really need to say. So, thank you so much for showing up, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a great day, have a great night, sleep well. I hope, just, I'm not very good at ending streams. But, so long. A great stream. Thank you for engaging and, making this... wow, my throat's giving out. Making this this was a fun stream. I enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed it.